speaking of some great shooting, I don't know if anyone caught the Luka Doncic game today, but
47 piece.
that man went ridiculous. And
Nuclear.
I mean, I'm not a hater, okay, but seeing the things he was doing to Rudy Gobert out there, no, I'm playing.
He had a hand there. You can't guard that.
I saw
He played
Gobert
good
dunk
defense
too.
on that clip.
Gobert
This is a
He
Gobert
also got a
slander
dunk on
podcast,
Luka,
huh?
showing off
Yeah,
his,
he had a nice
post
dunk,
moves.
I like
You guys
that.
see how skilled Rudy is now?
That was my favorite
Stop
highlight
it.
of Rudy
Stop
Gobert.
it. Stop it.
I'm not
Stop
gonna lie,
it.
that dunk was nice.
So are we just a Rudy Gobert slander pod, bro?
It's just a joke.
We even brought him up last pod, bro. with
That fadeaway in Gobert's eyes. I don't know if there's a human being in the world that's guarding that. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
His
he got
shot
a
was
hand
unreal.
up,
How
and
many
then the
points did
comments are
Gobert
just
have?
like, "Oh, Rudy Gobert
19, I
sucks."
think.
It's like, what do you want him to do?
Oh, 19 is not bad.
Yeah, I mean, he had 19 and 8, and then Luca's
What is
stat
that, his
line was
career
like.
high?
Luca's
I'm
stat
playing.
line was like
I'm playing.
47.
But yeah, so Giannis also the day before dropped like 41 too. I didn't know Ukraine was playing basketball with everything going on, but he was dropping.
They've been.
Is Russia out there too?
I think they might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yo, so how does that shit work? These niggas are at war
They're
and
probably-
playing, dog.
Is it a fight gonna
What?
break out or something?
How
Well,
does that shit
Hey,
work,
what was
bro?
the thing that happened in the Turkish basketball
yeah.
game where Furkan got attacked by like
Oh,
3
yeah,
players,
that was
and
One of them was Goga.
Furkan
one of them was
got
Goga Bedetsi, yeah.
Batadze.
Bedadze. Goga literally just started swinging on him in the middle of the game, and like there was cops attacking him
Nigga,
too.
what?
They said he got attacked in the locker room after or something, right?
Yeah.
And then he got into it during the game too.
Well, I actually have a Turkish follower on Instagram that was describing the situation to me, and like they said there was like the clock was at a certain time, and then he got like attacked in the middle of the game, and like they blacked out the TVs, and then they came back, and the time was at a different part of the game, and they were just playing like nothing happened. So I don't know what happened.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's
I didn't know.
insane.
I didn't know Gogo was about that life, bro.
That's crazy. But yeah, shout out to both of them. To me, both of them like top 3 players in the league, and it's the future. So it's crazy to see.
Wait,
Luka
did
and
y'all-
Giannis, right? To be clear.
Luka and Giannis. Oh yeah, not Goga.
Goga and Korkmaz.
Goga, Korkmaz, and Rudy Gobert, top 3.
Did y'all see Giannis's? I saw Giannis's clincher yesterday, bro. That shit, Giannis's dagger. He
Yeah.
I didn't.
He got the block. He got the block and got the and one on the same possession. But he's fucking ridiculous.
That's typical
Did you guys
Giannis.
see the
He's
the
ridiculous.
block where they kicked it to the corner and like some guy slowed it down and
Oh,
did it picture by
yeah.
picture? They kicked it to the corner and his back foot is on the opposite block of the paint and he gets out and blocks it somehow. He's
It's like
he's
the Zion
unbelievable.
block.
Yes. Unreal.
Yeah, shout out to them. Let's see. I'll give my thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell trade. I know you guys discussed that in the past podcast, but I do like it. You know, as a Donovan Mitchell supporter and believer for sure, I think it's going to be a good fit for him. I was saying before, I didn't know what type of situation he would be in given the Utah and New York Knicks situations. Cleveland is a great situation. I love his fit with Darius Garland. Defensively, don't have a problem with them because they have some crazy front court defense, so they'll be just fine. And when people are saying, like, can Donovan Mitchell be the best player in a championship team? Are they really contenders? I mean, all these guys are super young, and they're going to be contenders down the line, in my opinion. I think they can win a championship. If
We're about to
Donovan's the
see.
best player, and you have Mobley be an elite player, and you have Garland be an elite player too, I don't see why that team can't win a championship in the next couple of years. I don't see why. So, I liked it. Utah, obviously, Colin Sexton, really nice. I like his game a lot. The fact they were able to get him in that trade was huge. Got some draft compensation. They're gonna be terrible next year. So, shout
But
out
they
to-
got a good start on the rebuild, right?
definitely. Yeah, they should be trying to make their way to a first or second round exit in a couple years. You know, so shout out to Utah.
So
I saw
Buckets,
that. Go
Buckets,
ahead.
what Eastern teams are you definitively taking over Cleveland in a 7-game series right now? Because we kind of had
This season.
discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, this season.
Definitively.
Well, you know who I'm not taking over? The Brooklyn Nets. You know, but
That's
let's
interesting.
That's definitely interesting.
Milwaukee Bucks, Boston, Philadelphia. And that might be the list. I'm not gonna lie, that might be the list.
Do you think they got a shot on like Miami and teams like that?
Yeah, I mean Miami. I go back and forth with Miami, but I just really haven't been impressed with what they did in this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Miami or Brooklyn or some of those teams beating them, but I can't say definitively. I just think Cleveland is so balanced. Their coaching is really good. Like, there's a lot to like about them. So,
yeah.
What did y'all say? Did y'all say Brooklyn? What were your thoughts on Brooklyn?
I think. I said the three teams you named. I would definitely like put my money on them if I had to over Cleveland, but I still think it would be like a series. I don't think they get swept by any of those teams. Yeah. And then I think Miami or Brooklyn could still beat them, especially with lack of experience and then the other team's experience they have. But I definitely think it would be a really close series. So I'm in the same boat as you, basically.
I feel like I only wouldn't say Brooklyn's definitive because we don't know where they're going to be at in the playoffs like last year. I feel like if their roster's healthy, they have a really nice roster. If that's healthy and Ben Simmons doesn't suck, then I'd probably put my money on Brooklyn over Cleveland.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, same shit. But Brooklyn is still nice. I would definitely take them over the Cavs. It's level to the East. I like Milwaukee and Boston. I would take over Brooklyn, but I think Brooklyn is probably third or fourth best team, and I would say Cleveland. I said Cavs at 5.
My thing with Brooklyn is you just never know how much like you got the three drama queens of the NBA, really, like with Ben Simmons, KD, and Kyrie. Definitely. You have no idea if they're gonna play together. You have no like some crazy storyline is gonna come out this season most likely, and if it doesn't, and them three mesh together perfectly and they play well, they very well could be the best team in the East as well.
Yeah, I worry about Brooklyn's defense, and especially when I'm looking at Cleveland. I think there's a big gap defensively between the two teams. And then just the coaching aspect and what I believe will be the chemistry
big aspect
of Cleveland. I think. But I will say a team that nobody mentioned that's still going to give Cleveland a run for their money. I don't care. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and those Atlanta Hawks, man. Can't wait to see them play.
I never want to play Trae Young again. I'm still not over that playing game.
Hey, we know what Donovan does in big games. It might be up for Trae. Cleveland got that equalizer this time.
And another big thing I mentioned on our last little pod that you weren't there, Buckets, was that Donovan Mitchell is really experienced in the playoffs, and we know he plays better. So that's good for the young guys in Cleveland because like outside of him, they basically have none of that unless you count Kevin Love. But I mean, a 7th or 8th man, Kevin Love is only his experience only matters so much.
For sure. But yeah, I mean that's really all I got.
Winners work, baby. Winners work, baby. That was the angle, man.